Professor Rao, let me quickly get the snowball rolling here. Every year we blame the rain. I'm sure you witnessed this yourselves in your vicinity. Is the real problem actually poor planning, or is the climate just a new ballgame that we're just not prepared for? Indian cities, have we simply outgrown the infrastructure that was designed decades ago? And is there any room for change here?
Well, actually, it's a combination of all these. But in addition to that, I would also like to add poor governance and management. It's not so difficult to really plan out things, but then you need to implement the plans.
Yeah.
The unfortunate part of Indian cities is that at least 40% of Indian cities are unplanned. You have illegal land subdivisions, you have unauthorized colonies where there's no semblance of planning, there's no drainage, there's no infrastructure, there's nothing of that sort. That is point number one. Point number two is that even where there is some amount of planning, unfortunately, we have densified those areas. There is a lot of redevelopment that is happening, and we are increasing the built-up in those areas which were planned some time back. So the density is increasing and the stress there is increasing. So when you combine both of these to poor quality of implementation of the road infrastructure, of the sewer infrastructure, and what have you, then management capabilities. Now, the problem is there is no one person who is in charge of the city. You have a plethora of organizations, and everybody does his own job in his own little silo, and the other person doesn't know what's happening. So somebody lays the road, and very soon as the road is laid, somebody else starts digging up, and then it's a complete mess. So we are not while we are doing some amount of planning, which is actually very, very minimal, we are not managing. So therefore, it's a combination of all these factors. And actually, we're just not bothered. I mean, this has been happening again and again and again. And after maybe a week or so,
Professor Rao, you're saying that this is not just about civic apathy, this is also about social apathy. And I said it right in the intro as well. It doesn't shock us anymore. We're prepared for something like this. I mean, we're given a run for our money when we cough up the taxpayer amount, but we don't get anything in return. In the name of mere upgrades, the same junctions get choked again and again. But you're saying that this is also because we have a lackadaisical approach as a society as a whole.
Absolutely, because nobody seems to care any longer, because these visuals are going to be there for a couple of days, and then after that, it's business as usual.
Yeah.
So that's the unfortunate part. If you look at any sector, whether it is textiles, whether it is telecommunication, whether it is machinery, whether it is engineering, we've made progress virtually everywhere, except perhaps in city management or in city planning. Why is it so?
Okay.
It is very funny. I mean, you can land people on the moon and Mars and what have you, but then putting simple things together in a city, we are not doing it. It's not because we are not capable of doing it, but then probably we just don't have it on our priority list.